It all started on an ordinary morning, the kind we all take for granted. I woke up thinking I was doing everything right, eating what I believed was a healthy breakfast, following the same routine I had relied on for years. But what seemed harmless was silently working against me. I remember that day vividly. I felt lightheaded. My heart raced faster than usual, and my body gave me signals I couldn't ignore anymore. It was terrifying to realize that something as simple as what I was putting on my plate first thing in the morning had pushed me so close to the edge. In that moment, all the small decisions I had brushed off suddenly caught up with me. I thought I was fueling my body, but in reality I was feeding the very problem that was draining my energy, fogging my mind, and placing enormous stress on my health. The truth hit me hard. If I didn't change, I might not get another chance. It wasn't just about breakfast anymore. It was about life itself. That shocking wake-up call forced me to see the power of a single meal. It showed me that even the tiniest mistake, when repeated daily, can snowball into a life-threatening consequence. And standing there, shaken and humbled, I realized something that has stayed with me ever since. Your mornings can either set you on a path to healing or quietly push you toward disaster. The choice is yours. When most people think about breakfast, they picture foods that are marketed as healthy starts to the day. A bowl of cereal with bright labels boasting vitamins, a glass of orange juice that claims to be fresh and natural, or maybe a piece of toast with a little jam on top. But what we don't realize is that many of these so-called healthy options are hiding the very ingredients that set us up for failure. They are packed with refined sugars, processed grains, and additives designed to keep you craving more. On the surface, it feels light and wholesome. In reality, it's like starting your morning with dessert. The problem isn't just about gaining a little weight. When you flood your body with sugar and refined carbs first thing in the morning, you trigger a chain reaction. Your blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and within a couple of hours, your energy plummets. That's why so many people feel tired, irritable, or desperate for a snack by mid-morning. It's not a lack of willpower. It's the hidden dangers of what you've been told is the most important meal of the day. Food companies thrive on this cycle because it keeps you dependent. But once you uncover the truth, everything changes. You begin to see that your breakfast is not nourishing you. It's silently weakening you. And when you understand that, you can finally take back control of your health. Remember, the real danger isn't what you know, it's what you don't. The moment you start your day with the wrong kind of breakfast, your body is thrown into a roller coaster it never asked for. That spike of sugar or refined carbs might give you a quick burst of energy, but it's only temporary. Behind the scenes, your blood sugar shoots up, forcing your body to release a surge of insulin. And here's the problem. Once that insulin has done its job, your blood sugar drops just as quickly as it rose, leaving you feeling sluggish, hungry, and desperate for another fix. This cycle repeats itself over and over, and with time your body becomes less responsive to insulin, opening the door to insulin resistance, weight gain, and eventually more serious health issues like type 2 diabetes. But it doesn't stop there. That same mistake affects your brain too. You experience brain fog, poor focus, and irritability, all because your brain is starved of steady fuel. Your hormones also get thrown off balance, increasing cravings and making it harder to control what you eat the rest of the day. And let's not forget your heart. Those constant spikes and crashes put incredible stress on your cardiovascular system. What seems like an innocent choice in the morning quietly chips away at your health every single day. It doesn't happen overnight, but it builds until one day you wake up and realize your body has been paying the price all along. The truth is simple. The wrong breakfast doesn't just start your day poorly, it rewires your entire future. One of the easiest ways to know if you're making this mistake is to listen to the signals your body is already sending you. Do you find yourself feeling tired just a couple of hours after breakfast, as if the day has barely started but you're already dragging? That's not normal. It's your blood sugar crashing. Do you notice mid-morning cravings for something sweet, another cup of coffee, or a quick snack to pick you up? That's your body telling you it didn't get real fuel to begin with. Brain fog is another common sign. If you struggle to stay focused, forget little things, or feel mentally sluggish right after eating what you thought was a healthy breakfast, it's a clue your brain isn't being fed properly. Irritability, mood swings, or even a sudden dip in motivation can also be linked to this same pattern. And let's not overlook weight gain or stubborn fat that just won't go away no matter how much you exercise. This often comes from repeated blood sugar spikes driven by the wrong foods in the morning. These signs may feel small or easy to brush off, but together, they paint a clear picture. They are your body's way of warning you that something isn't right. Ignoring them only allows the problem to grow. But the good news is, once you recognize these patterns, you have the power to change them. The signals are there for a reason. Your body is asking you to take back control before it's too late. The moment I realized my breakfast was slowly destroying my health, I knew something had to change. At first, I thought it would be complicated, that I'd need some extreme diet or rigid plan. But the truth is, the solution was surprisingly simple. Instead of loading my mornings with sugar and refined carbs, I began choosing foods that actually nourished my body. Protein, healthy fats, and nutrient-rich whole foods. I swapped out cereal and juice for eggs, avocado, and sometimes just a clean, balanced shake. The difference was almost immediate. Within days, my energy stabilized. That mid-morning crash I had accepted as normal simply disappeared. My cravings lessened, my focus sharpened, and I felt a calm steadiness throughout the day. For the first time, I wasn't fighting my body, I was fueling it. And as weeks went by, the benefits grew. My weight began to normalize, my mood lifted, and I realized how much control I actually had over my health just by changing one meal. What surprised me most was how sustainable it felt. This wasn't about deprivation or following some rigid rulebook. It was about aligning my choices with how the body truly works. The turning point wasn't just the food on my plate. It was the mindset shift that came with it. I finally understood that health isn't built on occasional big decisions, but on the small, consistent choices we make every single morning. And the right breakfast can be the foundation that transforms everything. Looking back, what struck me most was how something so small, just one daily habit, had the power to shape my entire health. It wasn't one huge mistake that pushed me to the edge. It was the repetition of a seemingly harmless choice every single morning. That's the lesson many of us overlook. Small habits are never truly small. Over time, they either build us up or slowly tear us down. When you choose the wrong foods at breakfast, the consequences ripple through your day. Low energy, uncontrollable cravings, and poor focus. And when those days stack into months and years, the impact compounds into weight gain, hormonal imbalances, and serious health conditions. But here's the encouraging side. The reverse is also true. A single positive shift, done consistently, can create momentum that transforms your body and your life. By making breakfast a time to fuel, not to deplete, you set the tone for healthier choices, stronger energy, and sharper clarity throughout the day. It's not about being perfect or never slipping up. It's about realizing the incredible power hidden in your daily routines. Each morning gives you an opportunity to either repeat the same cycle of harm or start building a foundation for healing. The difference between decline and transformation doesn't come from big, dramatic changes. It comes from the little things you choose to do consistently. And when you own those small habits, you take control of your health and your future. in ways you never thought possible. So when I look back at how one simple mistake almost cost me everything, I can't help but realize how many of us are unknowingly walking the same path. We don't think a single meal can matter that much, but it does. Breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about setting the stage for your hormones, your energy, your focus, and ultimately your long-term health. The foods we choose each morning can either drag us down into cycles of fatigue, cravings, and disease, or lift us into clarity, strength, and vitality. The lesson is clear. Your health is not built on one dramatic decision, but on the small, consistent choices you make every single day. And if one habit, like breakfast, has the power to harm, then it also has the power to heal. The turning point comes the moment you decide to take control, to stop letting convenience or marketing dictate your plate, and instead choose what truly supports your body. You don't have to wait for a wake-up call as dramatic as mine to make that change. The opportunity is already in front of you, and it begins tomorrow morning. Your first meal can either push you closer to disease or move you one step closer to health and vitality. The choice is in your hands. So make it count.